go. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as he'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 60 yards. Yeah. Check. Go, Jack, grab it. Come on.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 19-yard line.
Blue draw Horford. 60 out long.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 3. Watch the safety.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready. Check right 54. There. Hey, Haywood. Sponge. No. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Topper.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hey, read. Check. Let's go. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 61. Matchbox. Right. Check. Set, go.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 26. Check 26. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll try the right side with Henry. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check the backer. 49. Check 49.
Derrick Henry. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
4-7's the mic.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. He finds Humphreys. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Okay, ready. 44. Watch the pass. Check. Press the Routine Smith. Joker.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. And Lobo. Let's go, D.
Throwing on first down. Love. They'll roll him out right. They will find Davis. That's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touch.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Hey, Alpha! Get it!
Out of the pistol is Fournette. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hard! Hey! Motion! Hey! Five! Get him! Go! Ready!
Now Leonard Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready! 91!
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Check 52. Check. Rock it. Check three. Hey, watch it.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
A first down carry for Henry, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the edge. Ready, go.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Get that ball. Ready, go.
On 3rd down, Love. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
44's Mike. Check. I got recon. 132 fight. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. On second down, here's Fournette. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On the set. 54, right there. 54, Mike. General West. Jim. Slam. Hey, Sam off. Sam, go.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
And the Jaguars first down.
Ready?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Go now. 15 line. 15 line. Get in the right room. Roll out. Check 25.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Go.
First
Hey,
down, Jacksonville.
high 7. 55 is my guy. 55. Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line. Fair. Shoot.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Come on, set.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Bravo.
33-yard line.
And shoot. Watch the shoot.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Say. Check 22 Jet Bomber, 27, go!
They'll run on first down. Edmonds trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
General, west. Wide, get wide. 47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike, 47. Check. Check 24, check. Topper. 36.
Off play action. Love. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Love. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
I'm going back to you. Shoot!
Throwing again. Love. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10.
Undercrush. Delta.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Ready, set. 47. Check, 47. Here I come again. 61. Matchbox, light. Check right 47. Bravo. Ready.
To throw on second down. Love. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, as the first half is winding down, and the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Set. 10 Tucson. Set. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Ready, go.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And this one is right through. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Love. Dancing to his left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
On 1st down, Henry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Love. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, D. Check. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Kill. Whip. Watch the whip. Check nickel. Slam. Big edge.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check 3.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. this one is right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hard.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Kill. Turn it up.
Get it.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. 3rd down here. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, lock it.
Check.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check 26. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, watch Sam. Let's go.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Go on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Gator.
54 Mike.
Leo. Go.
It'll be Minshew again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Sam off.
Watch the screen.
Go.
Watch the screen. 49.
Check 49. Check. You're out. Check. Fresno. There. Hit it.
They'll run with Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun is Minshew. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10.
Squeeze, get in there. Recon, 132 fight.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
There you go. Check 52. Check. Lucky. H3, 218. Chopper. Check 3. Ready.
This is Henry. Now he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. No problem there on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Look, squeeze.
Check 37.
Minshew sets to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Look at me. Go on. Get it.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
Exit. Check 13. Ready.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the 1st quarter.
They were gone in the 1st quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
1st down, Titans, gain of 12. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
22 Jet Bomber.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's